Hello everyone, this is Angel, Assistant Professor, Department of English from St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science, Autonomous Cuddalore. In this video, let's have a quick glance about the parts of speech. Parts of speech is very essential among the beginners. And in the very first step, let's get defined what does parts of speech mean. In the English language, every word is called a part of speech. The role a word plays in a sentence denotes what part of speech it belongs to. Parts of speech can be defined as the words that perform different roles in a sentence. Some parts of speech can perform the functions of other parts of speech too. In simple, so we have got an elaborated definition for parts of speech now. In simple, let us put the parts of speech definition in a nutshell. So, depending on the position of a word in a sentence. So, depending on the position of a word in a sentence, the nature and the function of that particular word differs constantly, which means one particular word is going to have so many different nature and function depending on its position in a sentence. So, each word is going to have different role to be played. Coming out of the parts of speech, so we are going to have 8 different parts of speech. First one is going to be noun, second one is going to be pronoun, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, prepositions, conjunctions and interjections. In this video, we'll see just about the noun. So we'll get to know about noun and the types of noun. Coming out to noun. Nouns are words that are used to name a person, place, animal, things, feelings or an idea. So noun is going to define or it is going to tell about the name of a person, place, animal, things, feelings or an idea. So here I have given you few examples of a noun. So besides that, I have given like what kind of a noun it is going to be, whether it is going to be name of a thing or animal or object or a person or a place. So here we have an example. He is my brother. So brother, again it is going to tell about the relationship, the name of the relationship. Look at the very first example here. She bought a pair of shoes. Shoes again is a thing. So again it is going to be the noun. So noun is going to be the name of a person. It might be any person, place, animals, things, feelings or an ideas. Coming out to other examples I have given here, just have a glance. I have given few names of people and few names of places like Bangalore, India, Mexico. And then I have given here few animals name. And here a few ideas and the names of few objects and things. Just have a glance. So all these things are additional examples for a noun. Now we'll get to know the types of noun. So we'll get to know the types of noun. So one by one we'll go. One by one we'll get to know noun. First we'll get to know about the proper noun. Proper noun in simple it is going to be name of a particular person. Just look at the definition. Nouns that are used to name a person, place or a thing in a specific manner. So they are called as proper noun. So something which is going to get defined in a specific manner, they are called as proper noun. Proper noun always begin with a capital letter. So at first, we'll get to know about a sentence, because the following slide is going to tell about the other type of noun, like where we'll be having an additional point about a sentence. Before that, we'll get to know about a sentence. Sentence is going to be a group of words that should make a complete sense. Any group of words is not going to be defined as a sentence. No. Group of words that is going to make a sense, that is going to give some meaningful thing. So this what is called a sentence. Now coming out of the sentence, second category. So a sentence should always begin with a capital letter and should end with a punctuation mark. And again here, punctuation mark has certain exceptional cases. But still, all the sentence should begin with a capital letter. So now coming out to proper noun. Proper noun always begins with a capital letter. Be it in the beginning of a sentence, or be it in the mid of the sentence, or be it in the end of the sentence, always this proper noun begins with a capital letter. Example, my name is Rose. So my name is Rose. Rose is going to be a particular person's name. So I have actually started it with a capital letter. And look at the second example. This is my dog Bruno. Bruno is going to be my pet's name. So again it's going to be name for particular animal. So I've actually started it with a capital letter. Look at the other two examples. So proper noun is going to be a noun which is identified in a specific manner, and proper noun always begins with a capital letter. We have just seen 2 points in this type of noun, and I have given here some 4 examples. Just have a glance. Coming out of the second type of a noun. Second type of noun is going to be common noun. Common noun. Again, the title itself signifies that it is going to be address something in common way. Okay, common nouns are those nouns that refer to a generic item, group, or a place. This means that unlike proper nouns, they are not used to identify specific people. Like as I said in the very beginning, it is used to identify something in very common way. Example, it is not going to identify someone in particular, or some place in particular, or some things in particular. Rather, it is going to tell something in a common way. Common nouns are not capitalized unless they appear in the beginning of a sentence. So as I said earlier, a sentence always begins with capital letter. Though it is going to have a common noun, or though it is going to have a proper noun, always it is going to begin with a capital letter. But in case of proper noun, if it is going to appear even in the mid of the sentence, we will be using it with a capital letter. But in case of common noun, it is not going to be so. So we are not going to capitalize the common noun if it is going to appear in the mid of a sentence. Coming out to the examples of common noun. I bought a pen yesterday. Pen, something in common. Like I did not mention what type of a pen it is, or what brand of a thing it is. It's going to be something in common. Okay. I'm going to school. Again, here I did not mention any school in particular. Rather, I said something in common. School, something in common. So it need not get capitalized. So it is going to be an example for common noun. Now we'll go on to the next type of noun. It is going to be singular, and the next one is going to be plural noun. Both are going to go hand in hand. Singular noun, something I'm going to mention like a single person, or a single place, or a single animal, or a single object. Example, there is a little boy in front of our house. A little boy, which means a single person. Someone in common I have addressed. A boy, which means a single person. Look at the second example. That is my daughter. My daughter, again, it is going to be about a single person. Okay. So here I am not mentioning something, in many number. No. I am addressing just to a single person. So it is going to be an example for singular noun. Next comes plural noun. Plural nouns refer to a number of people, place, animal, or a thing. So it is going to address something in a huge number. Nouns are made plural just by adding an s, or es, or ies, or vs to the existing root word. Imagine the root word is going to be book. B-O-O-K, book. And in order to make it as in plural sense, I'm just going to add an S to its root word. Here book is going to be the root word. I'm just going to add an S and make it as in plural way. Okay. So that's how plural nouns are framed. In certain cases it is going to be addition of S. In certain cases it is going to be addition of ES, or IES, or VES to the existing root word. Nouns that end with an S remains the same. Nouns which are going to end with the S is going to remain the same. So we are not going to have any sort of addition into that kind of noun. Some nouns remain the same in both their singular and plural forms, and some others have totally different spelling. Look at the following examples. I need some apples. What's the singular sound for this, spelling for this apples? It's going to be A-P-P-L-E. It is made plural just with an addition of S. Just by adding S to the root word apple, I have made it as a plural term. Now look at the second example. Did you find the boxes you were looking for? Boxes? And here the box has been converted into plural form just by the addition of es. Just have the other two examples. And now we'll go on to the next type of noun. It is going to be countable and uncountable noun. Countable noun. At the very first time, we'll get to know about the countable noun. These nouns are that can be counted or measured. So which could be counted. So we could actually name it as a countable noun. Very simple. Tom bought 10 packets of Lays for the trip. So he bought 10 packets. So here the specific number is going to be 10. Now look at the second example. Mom asked me to buy a dozen eggs. Again, a dozen means 12. Here the number is specific. Now come on to the next example. I saw an aeroplane around 7 in the morning. And here an aeroplane means single, one. Right. So all these things are going to be an example for countable nouns. And now we'll have a look at the uncountable noun. Very simple. Uncountable nouns which cannot be counted. As simple. Which cannot be counted. So this category of nouns includes both concrete and abstract nouns. In the following slides, we'll get to know about concrete and abstract nouns. Example here for uncountable noun. I have a lot of homework to do. Here we don't have any specified number. So I do not mention here 1 or 2. Rather I have mentioned a lot. Okay. And look at the following example. I have a cup of tea. All these things could not be counted. All these things could be an example for uncountable noun. Like coming on to the next slide. Here we are going to see about collective noun, and very simple again. And collective noun is a naming word that is used to denote a group of objects, animals or a people. Here I have given separate examples for all three categories just to make the topic very easy and clear. At first I have given the collective nouns for a group of animal, a pride of lion for example. And again it is going to mention the group of lions. So I have mentioned it as a pride of lions. And look at the second example, collective noun for groups of people. A band of musicians. This one is going to be an example for collective noun for a group of people. And finally comes over to the collective nouns for a number of things or objects. A pair of shoes. So it's going to be a collective noun. So like where we are going to mention something in group. Something, group of object or group of animal or people. Coming on to the next slide, like as we were discussing about the concrete noun and abstract noun, we are going to see all those things now. Concrete noun. A concrete noun refers to the object that are material and can be perceived by human senses. In simple, which is going to have an physical sense and physical existence, and which could be felt by our senses, by the human being's senses. It is going to be an example for concrete noun, which is going to have physical existence and which could get appealed to our sense. Example, the book is on the table. Book, I could see that book. I could touch and feel that book. And this could be an example for concrete noun. Again, look at the following examples. Then comes abstract noun. Abstract noun, any entity that cannot be perceived by the five senses of the human body, or called an abstract noun, which I could not see, which I could not see, which is not going to have any physical existence. We could actually name it as an abstract noun. Look at the following examples. Love is a strong emotion. Love, I could just feel love. Rather, I could not see. I could not touch and feel love. Rather, I could just feel. It is going to be just an emotion. So, all these things, look at the following examples, and all these things are going to be an example for abstract noun. With this, the noun and the types of noun are over. Thank you.